Hi, I'm fortunate this week to be able to introduce and interview two of my favorite people, Carlos and elder brother Fernando. Now, this is a place called Santo, which is on the Portobello Road in the heart of London's trendy area, and authentic, and when I say authentic, I mean authentic Mexican cuisine. Carlos, nice to talk to you. How are you?
Good to see you again, Barrie.
I know.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, so tell me, the start of the journey with wanting a restaurant, coming over from Mexico, how did it start?
Yeah, well, we've been involved in the food industry for quite a long time. My parents had a restaurant back in 1983.
Also, the restaurateur thing runs in the family.
Yeah, my mom is a great cook.
Right, that's where it always starts, really.
I think Fernando overtook her. I hope she's... Hi, Mom.
We'll get to Fernando in a minute.
That's it.
Yeah.
And since then, we've been involved in the industry. Well, we were very young back then.
Right.
It shows. No, we were just kids.
I think I can see some gray hairs
But when we started working and we went to school and we were studying relating to do something in the business. And before coming to London, we used to have a burrito shop in Guadalajara in Mexico. Before that, we were doing catering and doing iDeLick, Mexicatessen.
Right.
So this is
really just carrying on a tradition you've always kind of loved.
Yes,
industry,
like non-stop for 20 years.
Right. So when did you come to England?
Is it a little bit more than 20 years for me?
Is it more than 20 years? When did you guys come to England? What year was it?
14 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that.
And I remember.
Don't take records.
You started with the one in Battersea.
Barrio.
That's it.
Yeah, I was running Barrio for 5 years.
Oh, was it as long as that?
Before we started here. On that time, Fernando was working in some kitchens and rickshaws and whatever he did.
He does. He do absolutely everything. Now,
no problem.
Barrio, I remember, was tiny. It was probably the space of big hair, right?
Barrio was tiny. I met my wife over there in Barrio.
Oh, so something good came out of it.
Yeah.
So you were cooking there. You were in the kitchen there.
No. I was drinking.
Well, nothing's changed there. Then that's it. Nothing's changed.
No, I've been cooking I've been in the kitchen since I was 13 years old.
Right.
And that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because when we were 13 years old, my parents have a restaurant and I was involved in it. I always worked.
That's where the passion for it started, I guess.
Yeah. My holidays, everything was there. I've been kicked out of school twice.
You can tell, Fernando has always been a naughty boy. Always.
And I ended in the kitchen.
Right, okay. But not a bad place to end up, you know?
No. It's been really nice. And then age 18, I went to Los Angeles and then moved to San Francisco. Always working in restaurants.
Right. So you've got a great body of experience that you've gained from many places, not just home or not just here. You gained it from the States as well.
I've been there and about there. Yeah. I've been down under as well.
Right. You've been to Australia as well?
Yeah. I've been in Australia. I have a really good, nice ride in Australia. It's good.
Yeah.
King's Cross, Sydney.
You know,
very nice.
You're a well-traveled man, and it shows with your food.
Well, yes. I cook a lot.
Right.
Any food. Not any food. I cook French, Italian, Chinese. I like.
Yeah.
I like Chinese. I like Japanese. I like not everything, but yes. But Mexican is my specialty. That's
Home cooking is always your real thing, isn't it?
yes. It's home cooking, and it's something like I can't bring back from not only from my mother, who is a master in the kitchen.
Mothers usually are.
Grannies.
Yeah.
Both of them. Thank you very much. Today, for Independence Day, I have a mole made from one of my grannies. Pass it to my mother. And my mother passed it to me. And I did my version in London.
So these Londoners will be fortunate to get a traditional recipe from your family that's been handed down tonight.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Everything has been passed by my mother. My mother, we, as I say, we have restaurants when I was very young, and we have a really good chef, Cirilo. And I want to mention him.
Yes.
Because he was a lovely man. And he teach a lot.
We see, I think that's it. It's like sometimes you just really need to be in the environment of the kitchen and seeing what's going on, and that's how you learn.
Yes, of course. Yes. When I was in San Francisco, this is a story. When I was in San Francisco as a kitchen porter in a Hungarian restaurant, very busy Hungarian restaurant in front of the Alcatraz Island there.
Oh, right.
Yes. Gilded Square. On top of that, the manager came to me. I was the kitchen porter, and the manager came to me and said, "Listen, I need you to do this for me because somebody's didn't come, didn't show up. Can you do this?" And he started showing me to do bread.
Bread, okay.
I was doing bread. Before that, I was doing bread in Mexico, in my parents' restaurant. I was doing bread. And I was like, okay, what do I have to do? You do this and this. And he started doing, like, one hand, I can do 2 hands.
Typical Fernando.
And he was like, do you know how to do bread? I said, no, you just showed me.
Typical Fernando.
Oh my God.
So Carlos, you're not in the kitchen.
Yeah, no.
Which part do you play?
I've been behind the bar for a while. Back in Mexico, in Tijuana, that was my first job behind the bar in the Guadalajara Grill.
Right. I can't even say that, mind you, but he said it beautifully.
Guadalajara Grill. It's Tijuana, anyways. Tijuana is a busy border.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun times. That was my first experience making cocktails.
Okay.
1989. But
you don't look old enough.
Yeah, but that was less than 2 years between the bar, in the floor, the reception, working in this restaurant. After that, I went to uni, even if it doesn't look like.
And what did you do at uni?
I did marketing.
All right.
I think I'm breaking all the rules. But I trust my instincts. So after that, I came to Europe, traveled, worked in a kitchen here in London for a year. I like working in the kitchen. Went back to Mexico. I met Fernando then, 1998.
We share a room
Okay.
which run all our lives.
I was gonna say.
He met me.
No, because he was in Australia and all these places.
Right. I get it. Because I know your brother.
When we go back to in Guadalajara, no? We started doing food together. Encino Hueco. Yeah. This is 1998, which is almost 20 years ago. Since then, we've been always in the brink of fucking hell, man. Just go home. But we're still together. We're still loving each other.
So, what made you start Barrio? How did that start?
Well, there was a friend of mine who invited me. We were in Mexico doing burritos, the burritos del centro, which I think it was spearheading the burrito industry in Guadalajara. They didn't know the burritos we were doing because they are really from the north.
Okay.
The dish as a burrito. As such, they knew them in another way, but not exactly. So we were doing that, and then after 9/11, everything started to decline. And for us, I mean, we had maybe 4 guys working for us.
No,
Fernando, me, plus.
at that point we were like 7.
Yeah. And it started to decline because all the businesses, whatever happens in America, in Mexico hits harder than anywhere. I mean, everything is so interlinked, so tight that if there's a sneeze in America, there is a flu in Mexico.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
And at that time, Daniel invited me to come and make a partnership, run the bar,
Right.
which I did.
Because cocktails really were your thing.
Yes. Well, I had some experience. I worked in Nachos before. Nachos was a small chain of Mexican restaurants. In one of the Mexican food waves in London. This is in the 90s. There was one in Hampstead, Fulham. There were 4 or 5 of them. And they were all very busy. It was a good time for Mexican food, or maybe the beginning, because after that, only Café Pacifico stayed, really.
Yeah.
Café Pacifico kind of was spearheading the Mexican food. I personally don't like Café Pacifico.
Well, I was going to say, because I think when you're talking...
You're going to try.
When you're talking about the chains that are out there, what you do here at Santo is completely different. Yours is really authentic, right?
I think so. I don't know if it sounds cliche to use the word authentic. I don't know how else to say it, but it's a home cooking taste, which is just uncompromised. It's uncompromised.
Yeah.
If it has to be punchy, it is punchy. If it has to be, I mean, Fernando's not afraid to put salt in the dish if it needs salt.
That's right.
Or
Salt in the table.
yeah, there's no salt in the tables, he will actually get upset. And
need to re-season his food.
you don't want to see him upset, especially during service.
I love this guy.
So, yeah, well, we started Santo. That was 5 years of Barrio, which I loved. I had a great time behind the bar and learning a lot of music. I had the opportunity to have you there playing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, remember.
Me behind the bar, as a bartender, I learned a lot of music from DJs that I invited. Back then in Barrio, and here I still do. I still have guest DJs. I have Flex, who was our resident DJ for 8 years, and it was just an amazing experience. So I'm very grateful for all that and the opportunity for me, because I love music, you know. So it's good fun. It's good fun. Yeah, I do.
Because I have had.
He does the best cocktails ever.
I know. I know. and also plays bongo drums.
Well, yeah, no, not in the best way, but not.
I've had the pleasure of you playing bongo drums over my set.
Right, that's right. Congas.
Congas.
Yeah, I love congas, but I need to practice more.
You still practicing, or are you playing yet? Come on.
That was the thing. I'm shameless, you know. I would just practice in front of people here. I think it helps to the atmosphere. Everybody feels free to do whatever they feel like.
I think that's what's special about Santo, because there is that freeness and.
I mean, we dance. Fernando dance a lot, and I mean, shameless. Exactly.
We know Fernando is shameless for sure.
So, not your strictly come dancing.
So tell me about the new project you have with the stall on Portobello Road.
We just started around the corner in the Portobello Road market, the food market, with a new project, which is the Cevicherias Acapulco, specializing in seafood. Ceviche, Santo Ceviche, what Fernando created in one of the dinner clubs. Okay, he can tell you about the dinner clubs later.
Yeah.
But the ceviches the ceviche in Mexico is very different from the ceviches in Peru, which is where it originally comes from, as from the Nikkei. What is the fusion with the Japanese and the Peruvian cuisine, which is amazing. We've tried. I mean, we always go researching, and we've tried Lima and Koya and all the best that are around.
So, yeah, because Koya is Mayfair, isn't it?
Koya is Mayfair, yeah. Anyways, I believe that Fernando's the Santo ceviche is different. Right. It's different from all the ceviches that we've tried, even Chotomate in Soho or. So we're doing this Cevicherias Acapulco and doing the fish tacos, which the fish taco is a star product. Because Americans love fish tacos. Fish tacos are from Baja. Right. I was born in Baja. I was born in right in the border in Mexicali, and on the coast, on the Pacific coast, there is a lot of surfers, and that's where originally come from the fish tacos. But Americans obviously come, know it, love it, and there is 30 million Mexicans in America, so it's all spread out, and we think that the fish taco is one of those new products that there'll be a competition. Where's the best burger? Where's the best burrito? Yes. Where's the best fish taco?
How is the stall going so far?
It's quiet. We started almost 3 months ago.
Okay, so it's early days, really.
It's early days. We know it's not the first start. It's not the first thing that we start something, so we know. It takes time. It takes time. A lot of patience. Time and consistency. I think the product is very good.
Yeah.
And eventually we'll break through. That's one of the projects. We have a few others, but I'm not going to mention it right now.
Well, I'm going to ask Fernando about his fish tacos and his creation. Tell me all about it, because I see you have the ceviches and fish tacos. So tell me about them. Ceviche first.
Well, the ceviche...
You're never lost for words. Come on.
Okay. Santo, I'm a very passionate chef. Very passionate. I have passion for what I do. Yeah. But this, when I come to here and I say to my brother, I cannot do this fucking menu for all my life. Yeah. I have to do something different.
Right.
Something that. And it doesn't matter if we don't make money. Right. What matters is to bring something different to the kitchen. So the kitchen, a part of doing what they do, which is the basic Mexican food, they can do something else. So they can evolve and they cannot get bored. Yes? A chef in the kitchen is 1 year. I had chefs who start here and they have 4 years, 3 years. Actually, my now chef, Jack Tully,
Has been with you how long?
5 years.
Right. Well, you see, the thing is, from your point of view, a chef is an artist like any other. And they're always creating. They're creators. So, just to do the same old thing all the time is boring. An artist doesn't paint the same picture all over and over. He always is looking for new things. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So that was the thing. And I run a dinner club for 3 years.
Of which I've had the honor of visiting on more than one occasion.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Once a month for 3 years.
Yeah.
It was like an amazing experience because we bring the really young chefs. Can I say the motherfuckers?
No.
No.
Can't. That will be edited out.
Edit that. I bring. In Santo, we've been having chefs that work with Raymond Blanc, with
the big names.
With the names. Yeah. Yes. And we were doing this for 3 years. Bam, bam, bam. Once a month. And that was amazing.
Right. Lovely. I love this guy's style. You have to get in the feather and the hat and the hair down the back, everything just perfectly done. So tell me about this on the wall, because this has changed.
Yeah, this has been there for 2 years. It's been there for Day of the Dead 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 years. Maestro Joel Rendon is a very renowned artist in Mexico, and was sent between us and Alipus and Amatus.
Right.
Did they? They didn't. Just Alipus, which is one of the brands, one of the original brands. There are 2 original brands of mezcal artesanal or tradicional, which is almost the same, but I'm not gonna get there. It's just they are made in an artisanal way,
right?
In a very slow way. Sometimes by hand they crush the heart of.
Because it literally looks like it's carved.
Oh, this is carved. This is carved. This is This is carved. Joel Rendon, engraved.
Yeah, engraved by Joel Rendon.
So he came. To do this, he did it in 1 week.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
He did it in 1 week.
1 week.
Wow.
And
that's quite a lot.
He came with the idea to paint.
Right.
He did the vitro. This is vitro.
Yeah.
This is vitro. He did the vitro in Mexico.
Right.
And bring the vitro. That's like Alipus, London, Mezcal Tradicionales. And it was set to be painted.
Right.
And when he arrives here, he touched the wall and said, I can't engrave that.
Right.
And he just did.
He just engraved it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So tell me, what are your next projects?
Well,
like you said, you've got a lot of projects going on, so give me 2 of them. Come on.
It is related. It is related to regional food.
Okay.
Of
Mexico?
Mexican food always. there is in the last 10 years, which is around the time we opened, Oaxaca opened. That was when Tomasina won the chefs, the master chefs, and well, anyways, Taqueria started probably before us, but there is a very strong wave of Mexican food that now is. I think Mexican food is here to stay, and as it evolves, comparing it to Indian food is probably not the right comparison.
Right.
But with the time, regional food it starts to be, because people know Mexican food, and then people start to know more of a region.
Right. So this dish comes from south, or that dish comes from
Yes. Like here in Santo, we have from all the country,
all over.
but now we think that we can do a place like the cevicheria just for seafood, and for instance, the Yucatan Peninsula has a very unique cuisine, and that's probably one of them.
Right.
That is just Yucatecan cuisine as one of them. But there is Sonora, there is Sinaloa. There is a lot of food that the people that already know food will be keen into digging deeper.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah. And see something different. Well, thank you both for joining me. Carlos, it's always a pleasure to see you. And my man, my boy Fernando, lovely. Thank you for that. And happy Mexican independence.
Thank you.
Yes.
And what are the celebrations for tonight?
We have
We have a special dish. We have mole poblano.
Okay.
With chicken.
Right.
I have a little bit of a twist. Sorry.
So naughty. This guy is so naughty.
Couldn't get myself. And I have an octopus.
Nice. Lovely.
I have an octopus with another mole. Spicy.
Nice. Lovely.
rice,
Right.
some refried beans, and mezcal to wash it down.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you very much. This is the place to come, Santo's, for authentic Mexican food. This
Thank you,
is the
Barrie.
place. Thanks, guys. Lovely to see you. All right. Bye.